Welcome to KBM Sports Talks. I'm Kevin, and today we are down to our last two teams. We started with 8 teams. Now we are down to our final two in the College Baseball World Series. It's the finale, y'all. We got an SEC battle for the College Baseball Championship. Who will win it? Will it be number 4 nationally seeded Vanderbilt, or will it be number 7 nationally seeded Mississippi State? Who will it be? Start off with 8 teams. In bracket 1, we had number 9 Stanford, NC State, number 5 Arizona, number 4 Vanderbilt. That was our bracket 1. Great bracket. We start off the bat with the surprising victory. Not really surprising anymore because NC State did take down the number 1 team in the country, Arkansas. No one expected that. Well, they knock off number 9 in that first game on June 19th and move on to play against the winner of the Arizona versus Vanderbilt game. And Vanderbilt wins that game in could be called a classic. 12 innings, Arizona and Vanderbilt went to, and Vanderbilt wins on a beautiful single up the middle and wins in the 12th inning. And so now, let's see how Vanderbilt did against NC State. Well, in a beautiful pitching battle, probably one of the best pitching battles I think we've had all year. Jack Leiter, awesome. I believe he had 15 plus strikeouts. The pitcher for NC State dominated Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's bats looked terrible. Vanderbilt's bats have been struggling a lot, and they proved that in that game. They could not hit anything. Then, Vanderbilt plays against Stanford in the elimination game, and Vanderbilt gets saved again, you guys. On a passed ball, they win the game. Passed ball. On a passed ball, Stanford loses the game. Vanderbilt moves on. Vanderbilt comes back from a 5-4. They are down 5-4 going into the last inning, and Vanderbilt gets 2. And gets 2 pretty lucky ones to tie the game up and then win the game. So they got saved there. It seems almost at this point like it's destiny. Now, let's see what they did against NC State in the first game to move on to the College Baseball World Series. They have to beat NC State twice. Well, in the first game, they beat them 3-1. And this is where everything starts happening. This is where the controversy happens. Should Vanderbilt be there? Should Vanderbilt have been in the College World Series Finals? Let me talk to you guys about this, and I'll explain to you guys what happened. So, NC State, before the game on June 25th, had a positive test for COVID. Which I'm very confused on how they got a positive test when they don't leave their hotel. Only time they leave their hotel is to go to the field. So I don't know how they got it. Well, the team wasn't quarantined. The person that had it was, and the 2 other players that were around him were quarantined too. So they're missing some players. So the game gets pushed back an hour, and then they start playing. Vanderbilt beats them 3-1 and forces a winner-go-home game to make it to the College World Series Finals. So they're going to play 1 o'clock the next day. Well, 2 o'clock in the morning, NCAA Baseball announces that NC State forfeits the game because of the COVID protocols and safety concerns and stuff like that. Well, it's kind of bullcrap. NC State deserves to play. They made it a no contest. NC State literally was an underdog. Not nationally seeded. One of the 2 teams that's not nationally seeded. They make it this far. And they ruin their dreams to make it to the College World Series. They're 1 game away, you guys, from moving on. And it's really sad to think about. Because, honestly, if I was NC State, I would be so mad. It's the simple fact that, look at what they did. Against Stanford, 10-4. They beat Vanderbilt. And then they go and play Vanderbilt again. They lose because they're missing 3 of their players. Like, they're not there mentally in a way. 3-1. They lose. Okay, they force a game 7. Go up against Jack Leiter again, probably. And they already beat Jack Leiter the first time when they played him in this game. They want to beat Jack Leiter 1-0. So they have a chance to beat Vanderbilt and move on to the finals and win their first ever College World Series ever won it. The farthest they've ever made it in the College World Series, and they get it taken away because of health protocol. Which I do understand, health protocol. You have to be safe, especially with COVID and all that stuff. But it's okay to have 28,000 fans unmasked, stuff like that. Some not vaccinated, stuff like that. But that's not okay. I think it's kind of wrong. Yes, I am a Vanderbilt fan. I am a Vanderbilt fan. I'm not being biased. But it's sad that that's how it had to end. They shouldn't have ended it that way. They should have let NC State play. And I feel terrible as a baseball fan. And I wanted to see that game, winner-go-home game against Vanderbilt, because I thought that would be a great game. Well, let's get to the bracket number 2. We had Texas, Mississippi State, Virginia, and Tennessee. And Mississippi State looked like they were unstoppable. They beat Texas 2-1. Virginia beats Tennessee 6-0. Virginia looked just like Mississippi State. They were on a collision course, and this time though, Mississippi State beats them 6-5 to move on. They're undefeated. And now we go to the elimination bracket. Texas beats Tennessee. Tennessee, number 3 team in the national seed, is eliminated. I had Tennessee versus Vanderbilt in my final. Well, Tennessee was out in the second day of this, or the third day of this. And then Texas plays on Virginia. Texas beats Virginia 6-2. Now we get a rematch, and this time Texas, in an amazing game, beats Mississippi State 8-5. And the 3 runs that gave them the win was a home run to take the lead back in the top of the 9th inning by Texas. And it was an amazing, it was a back-and-forth game. Mississippi State came back and tied the game up at 5-5 on an amazing inning, basically. They come back to tie the game 5-5, and then we go to the final game, winner-go-home game that actually happened, not like NC State's and Vanderbilt's. Mississippi State beats Texas to move on to the finals. So now we have a SEC College World Series final. So those are pretty high-scoring games, and honestly, I think that's going to be an amazing final. They both have great stars. You have Vanderbilt with 2 ace pitchers, Jack Leiter, Kumar Rocker, amazing pitchers. And honestly, I cannot wait to see those 2 go up against Mississippi State's high-powered offense that has turned it on with Kamar James. Literally, he's leading Mississippi State with steals and home runs, or is in second with home runs. So he's got speed and power. Then you also go to Kite McDonald. He has had a great season, keeping it up. Tanner Allen, great seasons for Mississippi State this year. Pitching, not the best pitching for Mississippi State, but they can hold their own with Bednar and McLeod. I can't say his name right, but they have 2 good pitchers there. Not as good as Kumar and Jack at Vanderbilt, but Vanderbilt's bat is what is they need to improve on. They need to do much better with, because Mississippi State can score. Mississippi State can hit, they can run, they can do everything. They can play any kind of baseball you guys want them to play. Will Vanderbilt's bats turn on? I do not know. Kumar has struggled a little bit. He's let up a couple runs. He's had these rocky starts. Like I said in my predictions for the College World, like the Omaha video, Kumar has a lot of rocky starts. What Kumar will it be? Will this Kumar be the Kumar that Duke no-hitter? Great, not letting up a lot of runs, not even letting up a run. Or will it be the Kumar that lets up 5 runs? That's the problem right now. Kumar this year has kind of gotten exposed. Jack Leiter is dominated, but it feels like when Jack Leiter's on the mound, they cannot hit. Vanderbilt's offense just shuts off in this tournament. It's really sad because Jack Leiter's dominated this tournament. Yes, he has 1 loss, and it was against NC State, that 1-0 loss. But honestly, Vanderbilt should have been up 3-0, 3-1, something like that. But they weren't, because they couldn't produce offense, and that's the big thing. They needed their bat to be going through the roof, because they have the offensive ability with Enrique Bradfield, with Rodriguez, with Keegan, with Carter, with Gonzalez, with Thomas. They have all these players that are amazing, that can hit and hit and hit, and they're not producing what they need. And it's a sad thing, because Vanderbilt's bats are probably the best in the country, arguably. Mississippi State's there too, though. Both of these teams have great batting. But Mississippi State is clutch with their batting. Vanderbilt is not. Vanderbilt sometimes gets into these, what I said, like Rocky, where they cannot hit. They cannot hit. They couldn't hit after like a red paper bag, and it's kind of sad. And that's why I think the problem is that Vanderbilt cannot produce enough runs to beat Mississippi State. Mississippi State can come back from anything. And that's why I say this is going to be a 3-game series. Yes, Vanderbilt won this season 2-1, but I don't want to go against my team. I really don't, because I want to see Vanderbilt win. I do. I do want to see Vanderbilt get their 3rd one and win back-to-back. Do I think it's going to happen? Yes, I can. Yes, yes, I can see it happening. But will it? With their bats, the way their bats look, no, I do not think so. I think Mississippi State will beat Vanderbilt in 3 games. I can't tell you the scores, but I can tell you that that's what's going to happen. That's what I predict. That's what I think, because Vanderbilt's bats are too iffy. Their pitching's great. Pitching is amazing, but their hitting is what's the problem. And Mississippi State's hitting is on fire right now. They come in clutch. They can do everything they want to do with that bat. Vanderbilt cannot right now. Vanderbilt cannot hit. Vanderbilt isn't going to win this time. Sadly, I have to say that. I don't want to say that, but I just don't think Vanderbilt will win this World Series this year. I think Mississippi State will get there. I believe this will be their first one ever. Their College World Series championship. First one ever. Mississippi State will get that this year. And good for them. And, I mean, hope you guys liked this video, because it was very hard, because these two teams are very alike. They only have like a 1-game differential for wins and losses. They are both amazing teams, amazing players on both teams, and it was very hard to choose who the heck was going to win this. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, hit that like button. Tell me in the comments what you guys predict. Will it be Vanderbilt? Will it be Mississippi State? Will Vanderbilt go back-to-back, or Mississippi State get their first one ever? What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. I will respond back, and I do want to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comments, please. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet. If it's still red, that means you gotta hit it. If you have, hit that subscribe button. Thank you. And until next time, see ya!